Hello and welcome to today's session. It is wonderful to have you here with us.
Thank you. I am very happy to be here today.
Today we are doing something a little bit special. We are not just talking about the news, we are transporting ourselves into the future, specifically to the year 2026.
Yes. And it is a very exciting concept.
It really is. I mean, it's not too far away, is it? It is only a couple of years. But in the world of technology, a couple of years feels like a lifetime.
It certainly does. And today we are exploring a topic that defines that year. We are talking about prompting and AI literacy.
Right.
In 2026, this is no longer just a buzzword. It is the air we breathe.
I have heard this term, AI literacy, thrown around a lot. But before we get too deep into the details, I want to ask the big question.
Okay.
What does it actually mean?
Yeah.
You know, I know what literacy means when I read a book. Does this mean I need to learn how to write code?
That is the most common misconception. And the answer is a firm no. In 2026, AI literacy is considered a baseline skill, just like typing or sending an email.
Okay, so just a regular everyday skill.
Exactly. Think back to 20 years ago. Sending an email with an attachment was a specific technical skill. Now it is just something you do. AI literacy is the same.
So it would become invisible. It is just part of the workflow.
Precisely. It means using AI tools clearly, smartly, and responsibly. It is not about building the engine. It is about driving the car.
I like that analogy.
You need to know how to steer. You need to know when to brake. And most importantly, you need to know where you're going.
So it is for everyone, not just the software engineers in Silicon Valley.
It is absolutely for everyone. It is for the nurse updating patient records. It is for the teacher planning a lesson. It is for the customer service agent helping a client.
That makes a lot of sense.
Governments and schools now view this as a universal core skill. If you want to function in the modern workplace, you need to be fluent in this new language of prompting.
That sounds like a massive shift in how we work. I imagine the office of 2026 looks quite different from the office of today.
It looks very different.
How are people actually using these prompts in a typical 9-to-5 job?
Let us look at workplace communication. This is where we see the biggest volume of usage. Workers use AI to draft emails, reports, and presentations.
Right, the daily paperwork.
Yes, but the way they use it has matured. In the early days, people would just ask the AI to write an email. The result was often robotic and cold.
Oh, I have received a few of those emails. They feel very impersonal, like a machine is talking to you.
Exactly. And that is where literacy comes in. A skilled worker in 2026 knows that context is everything.
Context with AI.
Let me give you a specific example. Imagine a project manager. Let us call her Sarah. She has a very difficult task. She needs to tell a client that their project will be late.
Ouch. That is always a stressful email to write. You do not want to make the client angry.
Correct. So Sarah opens her AI tool, but she does not just say, tell the client we are late. She writes a detailed prompt.
What does she write instead?
She might type something like this. Act as a professional project manager. Write a short, formal email to my client. Explain that the project will be 2 days late due to a software update. Apologize sincerely, and offer a new meeting time to discuss this on Thursday.
Wow, I see the difference. She is directing the AI. She is giving it a role.
Yes, she is.
She is setting the tone.
Yeah.
And she is providing the specific facts.
Yes, she is the director and the AI is the actor. But the process does not stop there. This is the most critical part of AI literacy.
What comes next?
Sarah does not just hit send. She reads the draft, she evaluates it. Maybe the AI sounded a little too apologetic, or maybe it sounded too casual. Sarah edits the text to make it sound like her.
Or the human is still in the loop. The AI does the heavy lifting, but the human provides the polish.
That is a beautiful way to put it. The human provides the judgment. And this applies to job searching as well. Career development has changed drastically.
I can imagine. Writing a resume or a cover letter is usually a painful process. I assume people are using AI to help with that.
They are. Job seekers use AI to improve their resumes. They might paste their old resume into the tool and ask for suggestions to make it stronger. Or they might use it to practice for an interview.
Practice for an interview. How does that work?
It is like a role play. You can paste the job description into the AI, then you ask it to give you 5 tough interview questions that a hiring manager might ask.
That is brilliant.
You can even type your answers and ask the AI for feedback on how to improve them.
That is incredibly helpful. It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket. But surely there is a risk here.
What kind of risk?
Well, if everyone uses AI to write their cover letters, won't everyone sound exactly the same?
You have hit on a very important point. Employers are very smart. They can smell a generic AI response from a mile away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you just copy and paste text from an AI into a cover letter, it looks lazy. It shows you lack that baseline skill we talked about.
Right.
Employers want to see your personality. They want to see that you can use the tool to enhance your voice, not replace it.
So the tool helps you start, but you must finish the job. Authenticity becomes even more valuable in a world of automation.
It does. Now, let us step out of the office. I want to talk about education. This is an area where I feel very passionate.
I am very curious about this. When I was in school, using a computer to write your essay was considered cheating. How has that changed by 2026?
The mindset has shifted from cheating to collaborating. Education has embraced this technology. University students use AI constantly, but not just to write for them, they use it to think.
Can you give me an example of that? How does a machine help you think?
Think about brainstorming. A student might be staring at a blank page, trying to write a history paper. They feel stuck. In the past, they might have given up.
Or stared at the wall for hours?
Exactly. Now they can ask the AI to suggest 3 different angles for an essay about the Industrial Revolution. The AI gives them ideas, and the student chooses the best one to explore.
So it unblocks the creative process. It gets the wheels turning.
Yes. It is also a powerful tool for reading support. Sometimes academic textbooks are incredibly dense and difficult to understand.
Very true.
A student can ask the AI to explain a complex concept, like quantum entanglement, in simple language. It acts as a tutor that is available 24 hours a day.
That would have saved me so much frustration in university. I remember reading the same paragraph 5 times and still not understanding it.
We have all been there. And for language learners, this is even more profound. We call the AI a critical friend.
A critical friend. I really like that phrase. What does a critical friend do?
A critical friend is someone who supports you but is not afraid to correct you. Imagine you are learning English. You write a short essay. You can give your text to the AI and say, please check my grammar, correct my mistakes, and explain why I was wrong.
That why is important. It is not just fixing the error. It is teaching you the rules so you do not make the mistake again.
Precisely. It gives you a safe space to practice. Many people feel embarrassed to speak a new language in front of a human teacher. They are afraid of making mistakes.
Absolutely. It is very intimidating.
But you cannot embarrass a machine. You can ask the same question 10 times, and it will never get impatient.
That reduces the anxiety of learning. It builds confidence. But again, I assume the student needs to be careful. They cannot just let the AI do the homework.
That is the golden rule. The student must be in charge. They use the feedback to learn, not just to get a grade.
We have talked about serious things like work and school. But what about the rest of our lives? Is this technology useful when I am just trying to get through my day?
It is incredibly useful for daily life. We make hundreds of decisions every day. Some are small and some are big. AI helps us navigate that complexity. Think about shopping.
Oh, I hate shopping for appliances. There are too many choices.
Exactly. Let us say you need a new washing machine. You could spend hours reading reviews on 10 different websites. Or you could ask your AI.
What would I ask?
You can say, compare the top 3 washing machines for a large family. Focus on energy efficiency and warranty.
That sounds like a relief. Instead of searching, I am synthesizing. I am getting the summary immediately.
And you can ask follow-up questions. Which one is quieter? Or which one is cheaper to repair? It helps you make a confident decision without the headache. It is also fantastic for organization.
I definitely need help with that. I am always trying to organize my time better, but I never stick to a plan.
You are not alone. Many people struggle with executive function. That is the ability to plan and organize. You can use AI to do the heavy lifting. Imagine you want to run a marathon. That is a huge, scary goal.
It is. I would not know where to start.
You can ask the AI, create a 12-week training plan for a beginner who wants to run a marathon. I can only train 3 days a week. The AI will build a schedule for you.
That breaks the big goal down into small, manageable steps. It makes it feel possible.
And if the plan is too hard, you can just ask it to change. You can say, this is too intense. Please make the first 2 weeks easier. It adapts to you.
It really is like a personal assistant.
Yeah.
You mentioned creativity earlier, too. Is this just for artists?
Not at all. It is for anyone who needs an idea. Writers and designers use it to create outlines or taglines, but even regular people use it.
Like planning a party.
Exactly. Maybe you are planning a birthday party for your child. You can ask for theme ideas or game ideas. It supports human creativity. It does not replace it.
I think that is the theme of our conversation today. Support, not replacement. But I have to ask a difficult question.
Go ahead.
We are talking about how amazing this tool is,
Yeah.
but can we trust it? Can we trust everything the AI says?
This is the most important question of all, and the answer is a very strong no. You cannot trust it blindly.
Why not? It usually sounds so confident.
That is the danger. We call it hallucinating. AI can sound completely confident even when it is completely wrong. It can make up facts, it can make up dates, it can even make up laws that do not exist.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Especially if you're using it for work or school.
It is, and it can also be biased. The AI learned from the internet. And as we know, the internet contains many biases and unfair opinions. The AI can repeat those mistakes.
So we need to be careful. We need to evaluate what it gives us. What are some strategies for our listeners? If I get an answer from an AI, how do I check if it is true?
There are 4 simple strategies I recommend to build your AI literacy. First, ask the AI for sources. Ask it, where did you find this information? Then go and read those sources yourself.
That is good advice. Do not just take the answer, check the origin.
Second, compare the answer. Do not rely on just one tool. Check a trusted news site. Check an official government page. If the AI says one thing, but a major news site says another, trust the news site.
Okay, compare the information. What is the third strategy?
Third, check the details. Look at the numbers, look at the names, look at the dates. Sometimes AI gets the general idea right, but the specific numbers are wrong. You must verify them.
That makes sense. Details matter. And the fourth strategy?
The fourth strategy is to reflect. Think about bias. Ask yourself, is this answer fair? Does it represent only one side of the story?
That is a great point.
If the answer feels one-sided, ask the AI to give you the other perspective. You can explicitly ask it, what is the counter-argument to this?
That is very wise. It forces us to use our own critical thinking skills. We cannot turn our brains off just because the computer is on.
Exactly. We have covered a lot of ground today. We have traveled to the workplace of 2026. We have looked at classrooms. We have looked at our daily lives. And we have looked at the vital importance of trust and verification.
It is a big topic.
Yeah,
And it feels like we are just scratching the surface.
we are. But understanding these basics is the key to the future. Before we finish, I think it would be helpful to summarize. I want to bring all these ideas together.
Please do. What are the main points our listeners should remember from today's session?
Here are the 5 key takeaways for 2026. First, in 2026, prompting is a baseline skill for work and life. Second, we use AI to draft emails, plan studies, and organize our time. Third, however, we must always write clear prompts with context. Fourth, it is vital to check AI answers for mistakes and bias. Finally, ultimately, AI literacy combines technical skills with human judgment.
Thank you. That is a perfect summary. Now, we're going to do our vocabulary word tour. We have selected 10 key words from today's discussion. I will read the word, and my colleague will provide the definition and an example.
And I'm ready when you are.
Word number 1 is baseline.
Definition: a basic or starting level of skill. Example: typing is a baseline skill for office work.
Word number 2 is literacy.
Definition: understanding how to use something and think about it. Example: AI literacy is as important as reading literacy.
Word number 3 is prompt.
Definition: the text or question you give to an AI tool. Example: she wrote a clear prompt to get a good recipe.
Word number 4 is evaluate.
Definition: to look at something carefully and decide if it is good. Example: you must evaluate the AI's answer for errors.
Word number 5 is critical.
Definition: careful, analytical, and questioning. Example: critical thinking helps us find the truth.
Word number 6 is fluency.
Definition: the ability to use a tool smoothly and easily. Example: his AI fluency helped him finish the project quickly.
Word number 7 is core.
Definition: central or most important. Example: science is a core subject in school.
Word number 8 is framework.
Definition: a structured plan that shows how ideas connect. Example: the government created a framework for safe AI use.
Word number 9 is competence.
Definition: the ability to do something well and responsibly. Example: she showed great competence in solving the problem.
Word number 10 is universal.
Definition: involving everyone, not limited to a few people. Example: the need for clean water is universal.
That brings us to the end of our vocabulary lists. I hope you found those words useful.
I am sure they will be. These are words you will hear very often in the future.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at SteadyStep English.